representatives of the Joint Coordination Committee, changing both the venue and the timing. According to a fresh communication issued by the Deputy Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister on August 26, that is today, the meeting will now take place on August 27. That is tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Punjab Armed Police, also known as PAP complex in Jalandhar. The meeting was earlier scheduled to be held at Punjab Bhavan in Chandigarh, and the meeting is being seen as an important attempt to open a dialogue between the government and the employee organizations. Notably, this meeting is particularly significant as at a time when thousands of government workers are preparing to go on strike across Punjab. The main issues raised by the employees include long pending DNS allowance dues, implementation of the old pension scheme and regularization of contractual employees. And the employee organizations have been pressing the government to address their demands, particularly the pending DA payments, and some organizations have also demanded compliance with court orders relating to DA. Well, however, the change in venue has not resulted in the withdrawal of the strike call, and the employee organizations have made it clear that the strike schedule for August 27 will continue. The proposed meeting with CM Bhagwant Mann will therefore take place with the strike is underway. And the organizations are expected to discuss their demands with the Chief Minister and present their position before deciding what their next course of action will be. Well, the strike is expected to affect a wide range of government services, as government offices at different levels, including the Secretariat and district level offices, are expected to remain closed. Employees associated with Deputy Commissioner offices, STM offices, Tehsil and revenue offices, transport services, health departments, schools and colleges are expected to participate, and government roadway services are also expected to be affected, while hospital outpatient departments and several other government services may remain shut during the strike. The reports also indicates that emergency hospital services are expected to continue, and the strike will also involve employees whose roles may not always be immediately visible to the public. And according to the information provided by the employee organizations, drivers attached to ministers and senior government officials are also expected to participate, along with housekeeping staff working in government offices and other supporting services. And this indicates that the broad nature of the proposed action and the extent to which employee organizations are attempting to bring different categories of government workers together. Well, at the same time, it is important to understand that this is not being described as a complete shutdown of Punjab, as private vehicles, private transport and trains are expected to continue operating, and private roadway services are not being targeted. Well, the disruption is primarily expected in government departments and the government-run institutions. Well, the strike is scheduled to continue until 5 p.m. on August 27, that is tomorrow. And another important point concerns the pensioners organization. And the report states that the representatives of the Pensioners Association decided not to participate in the proposed meeting. Their position is linked primarily to the DA issue. And according to the information provided, the association believes that court orders relating to DA have already been issued, and that the government should now comply with all those orders. Because of this, the Pensioners Association reportedly does not see sufficient reason to participate in the meeting at this point of stage. Notably, because of this reason, employees organizations, however, are expected to attend the meeting and put forward their demands, and the outcome of the discussion could become significant because the employee representatives will later meet among themselves in order to assess whatever proposal or assurance comes from the government. Well, even if an understanding is reached during the meeting with the Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, the final decision or whether to accept the government's proposal or continue with further action will rest with the participating employee organizations. And the timing of the meeting is particularly significant as it is scheduled for 1 p.m. and depending on how long the discussions continue, as employee representatives will have to decide whether any agreement is substantial enough to change their position. And the strike, however, has been announced as a full-day action lasting until 5 p.m. and the reports makes it clear that a government proposal alone would not automatically end the strike. The employee organizations would first discuss the outcome internally before taking a final decision, and the timing also comes just 1 day before Raksha Bandhan on August 28. And with Punjab roadway services expected to remain affected during the strike, concerns have been raised about the possible inconvenience to people travelling across the state for the festival. And many women traditionally travel to meet their brothers on Raksha Bandhan, and disruption to the government bus services could therefore create difficulties for passengers, particularly those dependent on public transport. Well, the situation is therefore being closely watched from both the sides. On one hand, the Punjab government is attempting to engage with employee representatives through a meeting led by CM Bhagwant Mann with the senior officials, including Finance Minister Harpal Singh Cheema and the Chief Secretary expected to be involved. And on the other hand, employee organizations are maintaining their strike call and are waiting to see whether the government offers concrete action on their long-pending demands. Well, the crucial question now is whether the August 27 meeting at the PAP complex in Jalandhar can produce some meaningful breakthrough, and if the two sides reach an understanding, employee organizations will consider the government's proposal and decide their next step. If no satisfactory solution emerges, the strike could continue as planned and further action may be considered. And for now, the key message is clear that the meeting has been shifted from Chandigarh to Jalandhar and will begin at 1 p.m. but the August 27 strike remains in place until there is a formal decision from the employee organization. Well, the impact of the strike could also extend beyond August 27 as the employee strike will be followed by a government holiday for Raksha Bandhan on August 28, while the subsequent Saturday and Sunday could further affect regular government functioning, and as a result, government offices and services across Punjab could remain disrupted for several consecutive days. This could create additional inconvenience for people who need to access government departments and public services during this period. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.